Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk about a very effective tool. Actually, we had a lesson there for about 1 or 2 hours. So, you need to practice at home, work with some material, meaning work with a dictionary and a book. There, somewhere already. Then there's the TV, and there's commentary, meaning commenting on what's happening and repeating after that. And we understand that basically the most common question, right? Or feedback is that what I do at home is all good. Everything works perfectly for me, but when I talk to someone, well, that's where it gets tricky. Actually, certain problems start to arise. Yeah, because it's really not hard at home. So, there are no problems. Anything goes, even without any hints. But then it gets difficult when talking to someone. What are we doing? We have a great solution. Take your phone, turn it on to record, and then record a video. And everything you do at home, record on camera, and then save it, for example, all of this on Yandex Disk or Google Disk and send it to me. It's not a fact that I'll watch everything. If I can spend about 2 to 3 hours a day, then I will definitely do it partially. And for you, this will be a great opportunity to speak not just for yourself, but with the understanding and feeling that someone might be watching you, someone might be evaluating you, and actually, it's similar to how you speak and someone is listening to you. There, outside, in the store, there, at the institute, at school, and also somewhere else, yeah, on the phone. Because people are listening to you, they are evaluating you. Right. And you should strive to make it so that when you speak on camera, your speech is not much different from how you talk to yourself. This is considering that you'll be doing different tasks, like reading one word at a time, retelling one word, reading 2 words, and then a small phrase retelling. It turns into just commenting on a situation, for example, a TV show, a series, a movie, a cartoon, or an advertisement. So what's happening there are the characters in action, what someone does, who is responsible for what. It turns out you can either pause it or put the house on hold and retell everything. What you saw, actually, remember it from memory. So we will also be developing our memory, right? And strive to make it so that you can do it just like that. Without any stumbles, okay? Or with minimal stumbles, which were just because you got a bit confused. I got tangled up with the Neslichev steps. And like with everything we do, we set deadlines. So that it's not like, well, I'll do it once a week there. Some kind of exercise, and then, I don't know, I just don't have the time. In a month, you should aim to do this for about 2 hours. So 2 hours of video, it can be on average from 15 to 25 hours. When you take a video filming yourself, you can then watch yourself later. And you know what? Again, I'll repeat that you do this not just for yourself, but then people will watch you, analyze you, right? And where it seems that you're already doing a great job retelling on camera, really well. It didn't happen right away, but now I'm overcoming it. So, here you can even watch a full 20 minutes just to make sure that, damn, you can really talk for 20 minutes or even an hour. I just don't know how to talk on different topics like without any stumbles, even in a normal way, without speech pauses and without tension. This will be an indicator, that's what we should strive for, right? Growth. Yeah, at first there will be some stumbles like pauses, it's just uncertainty in the background, you know. You can do it all like a bulldozer. The earth, all of this can be compared to experience, positive experience, so we need to, like a machine, racking up thousands of kilometers in its movement. Here we're racking up kilometers of words. The phrases and sentences are structured in a way that's comfortable for you, knowing that someone is watching you, even if not right now, but they might watch it in the future using the recording you made. This is really a very powerful tool in skilled hands. Let's repeat the goals and objectives of this event one more time. So this action is about recording yourself on camera. How do you comment, read something, voice it, retell it, tell it? In theory, subtitles made by Dima Torzok. It's easier than having a conversation with someone. Yes, it's easier, because no one is rushing you here. It's just the camera, which is actually silent, just standing there quietly. It's easier to record yourself on the side, but it's more difficult than when you're just talking to yourself at home, because stuttering is still a social problem. That is, it manifests itself precisely then. When someone is watching you, this is exactly the thing we're using here. We know that the camera is kind of looking at you. Yes, it won't give you feedback right away, but on the other hand, you can record a video for yourself for half an hour or an hour and send it right away. In just a minute, your opponents will get it when they check their email. They'll look at all this. Yes, they'll watch it, but it will be with some delay in time. However, that's not important. Your body will understand that you're saying this for someone. That's the point of the goal here, and the advantage is that it's better to practice something on camera at home than to just sit alone and practice for hours. But on the other hand, you always need to start with the fact that you're sitting at home and initially practicing for hours by yourself. All of this at least 50% of the time in the initial first days. In order to have something to compare with, so that you first tell, retell, and comment to yourself without stuttering, without pauses, like, I can go more calmly. And then you just turn on the camera and you try to tell it on camera pretty easily, but you don't necessarily have to look directly at the camera. You can just place it next to you off to the side. Like this, where to place it, it shouldn't be constant. You shouldn't just keep staring at it all the time. So it's kind of like a retelling, because we even do this in life. We can look away from him, not at the conversation partner, and just talk into the void while they can still hear each other. So, this also teaches you not to get fixated on the eyes of the conversation partner, who is kind of watching and judging your appearance while you're speaking. It's like, just go for it. We're going to talk about our emotions. We're going to write about how we're going to try to be colorful, emotional, and expressive. It might be interesting to describe your stories, your perspective on things, your position, your tank, your car, your apartment, your girlfriend, and so on. In some situation you develop, someone has a braid. So, you're not telling the conversation partner about themselves, but rather about their appearance, like I'm looking at you. Yeah, I'm looking at Agatha, like, there are adults, little ones, do you have pimples, no pimples? Well, there isn't really such a life. Basically, that's an exception. These exceptions will most likely be between a guy and a girl, you know? So it turns out, yeah. So it's not necessary to look into the eyes and react that way. So we should definitely look into the eyes of the camera. No, the camera in this case will just stand there silently. And actually, language is an interesting thing too. People who will listen to you speak. In most percent of cases, when you speak, they will have their mouth closed because they will be in the process of information. It's a whole process, right? When they are speaking, you will be silent because, at the very least, it's rude to interrupt the conversation partner. Task like a training session, practicing with a camera will help you pay less attention. Your focus on the conversation partner in the wrong way. During your speech while delivering information, we work, we develop, and we improve. We are improving